Watching the Fantastic Four first steps led to a creeping and profound sense of dislocation. It was a film broadcast from another dimension, a time that never existed and a time that would never come to pass. Certainly not for us. After over a decade of honing a contemporary visual style, Marvel reintroduced their first family by torching their usual aesthetic template, at least for this single outing. Set on an alternate Earth 828, the production design of the film models quintessential 1960s retrofuturism. We look forward by looking back, through a technologically advanced world with a sheen of a bygone era. So they've got space shuttles and flying cars while remaining tethered to DOS computers and blackboards. At the same time, the brick and concrete foundation of mid-20th century NYC remains, even while Googie-inspired towers soar into the sky. This facade is refreshing and paradoxically novel for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, it's the interior that is a bit vexing. The systems and values that govern the people of Earth 828 in the year 1964. It's hard to believe because everyone seems to be in on it together, the it being a shared vision of the future. If we were to highlight the most sci-fi element of the movie, it would be the social togetherness and optimism rather than the technology. And it's hard to believe because our world is currently starved of it. Following a space mission in which they're exposed to cosmic radiation, Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Ben Grimm, and Johnny Storm return to Earth with superpowers. Before much time passes, the world is at their feet. They become celebrities and global leaders on matters of science, technology, and diplomacy. To put it simply, they are universally loved. By and large, there doesn't seem to be much opposition to their conduct from the political powers that be, barring the ruler of Subterranea, Mole Man, who forms a separate state underground. The Fantastic Four look to be leading or even ruling unilaterally. One interpretation of this situation portrays Reed, Sue and Co. as a fascist American family, which some writers subscribe to. It is a compelling case, especially considering their decision when faced with an extinction-level threat. The movie's supervillain, Galactus, is set to decimate Earth 828 but is willing to spare the planet if Reed and Sue can sacrifice their child to him. They react by refusing, as most normal parents would. The issue here is that they're not normal parents, let alone normal people. They are superheroes who are ambassadors for Earth, making a choice that could lead to their planet basically going kaboom. After a quick heart-to-heart with protesters outside their home, one that is televised to the entire world, Sue Storm quells any signs of dissent with her baby cradled in her arms. She convinces the global populace that they see every single being on the planet as part of their family, that they're part of something bigger because of this global family. And because of that, Sue will not sacrifice her child for the world or the world for her child. They can and will find a better way. And it's done. As easy as that. In our world, the first family could have expected worse. When meeting protesters in public, Sue Storm may have been sniped from a rooftop, her baby taken from her arms, and Reed Richards pummeled and stretched until he was ripped to pieces. It's fair to presume that the FBI might even orchestrate the entire affair, or perhaps a very influential foreign power. But the speech worked on Earth 828. A very simple one at that. And that's the most unbelievable, naive, and heartbreaking moment in the entire film. Our Earth is steeped in cynicism. A glance at the political climate in any country today would reveal sharp divides and schisms. It's more pronounced to people who live online, consuming polarizing content at rates far greater than the mind can handle. We have a deep fear of the other side, however you choose to define it. We believe they are motivated by self-interest, and we believe they are a destructive force to be reckoned with. If this were the dominant line of thinking on Earth 828, riots would be the inevitable outcome. But their Earth is different. It's a profoundly hopeful world made evident by the opening TV presentation in the first few minutes of the movie. The Fantastic Four take care of the villain of the week and lead the way. Reed Richards builds the world of the future. Sue Storm forms global alliances and solidifies world peace. And when needed, Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm are always around to help by saving a burning building or stopping a sinking ship. It's a version of the 1960s brimming with optimism across every facet of society, scrubbed free of the complexities of our 1960s. No Vietnam War, no Cold War, no gender inequality, no civil rights struggle. Theirs is a utopia where the problems feel simpler and the capacity to solve them feels greater through collective will. Because they see each other as simply people. We see each other as people of different nationalities, ethnicities, and creeds. It's unfathomable to us as we face the anxieties of our present moment, and we're just incapable of walking a very tricky tightrope, celebrating what makes us different and seeing past them when needed. Maybe the only thing to pull us out of the gutter is our very own extinction level threat.